Hello, hello. It's the one and only 5D attraction, 5D transformations. We're here. Uh, this is the dating and relationship coaching channel. And, my boy sent me this video. It's a long video, it's like an hour, 20 some minutes. So we're just going to watch this quick snippet. I'm just going to skim through with this balloon popping show. And I actually haven't seen this episode. He literally just sent it to me probably about 10 minutes ago, and I was just going to do a video. So I figured let's just do a video in real time. There's a lot of things I could just break down already just looking at this. So no time to waste. Let's get to it. Let's chop up some game and see what's going on out here, man.
What do you do, Corey?
I am an entrepreneur and a real estate investor.
Okay.
And a model. But, a lot of multiple things.
Okay. And so, Corey, what do you look for in a man?
I look for a genuine, basically the opposite of me. So basically I could describe me, and that's what I would love in a man. So attentive, caring, kind, genuine, down to earth, and caring.
Okay.
Really, really caring.
All right.
So what we're going to do is, so number one, she says she wants somebody that's like herself. She obviously thinks pretty highly of herself because everything she named, she was these amazing qualities: caring, loving. I think these are good qualities to look for. The ones that she said, I'm happy she didn't say 6'2" plus and makes this amount of money and blah blah blah. Hey, you know what I mean? If you're valuing care, everything she mentioned was like good stuff. Even in my course that I have out, I talk about that, about the things to look for men and women. And what she says sounds good. The only thing I got a red flag on is, she's saying that's like myself. And one thing that I hear commonly when it comes to women from the male side, when it comes to dating, is that, women naturally tend to project a confident demeanor, but at times women tend to, it can sound a little self-absorbed. Like if there was a guy that said that, some people would look at it like it's fine, but there would be a lot of people that would say, oh, I can already tell this guy is cocky or he thinks highly of himself, to say, yeah, I want somebody like me that's genuine, nice, caring, loving, all the good things in the world. Like, okay. So let's see though if she sticks to this, because based on what she said, she started off decent. I'll give her an A for picking solid qualities. Let's see if she sticks to these, right? Because I'm expecting her to ask these guys questions that are reflective on what she said she was looking for. So let's see.
And so, what do you like to do for fun?
I love to sew and draw.
Okay.
That's what I do at my fun time.
Nice. And so, like,
I make dresses.
Oh man,
All right,
I know it's always a little bit.
All right.
Name and how old you are?
All right, so who popped? Let's
Just
see.
based off of looks.
Strictly off looks, yeah, for this first round. Mm-hmm.
So right now, guys, nobody popped their balloon. And the few times I've seen this show, people be really, the women don't play. They be popping balloons on dudes. You know what I mean? As you can see, men tend to be a little nicer on the front end because it's just all about looks. Guys probably look at her. She's an attractive girl. So right now they're just hearing blase, blase, blase. And in most guys' mind, she checks the marks from an attractive standpoint. So let's see what the guys is on.
Two of them.
Okay, 2.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know you guys yet. I'm just gonna.
Okay, and one more.
I'm sorry, baby.
Okay. All right, so let's stay over here. If we can have your name and how old you are.
My name is Madid and I'm 32.
And Madid, what do you do?
I'm in finance. I do compliance analysis, but I'm also an entrepreneur.
Okay.
A lot of side gigs.
All right, nice.
Okay.
All right, and so Corey, why did you end up popping his balloon?
Just the attraction level. it's not there for me.
Okay.
And so, you know, that's about it. Okay. That's all I can say.
Hey, I respect that.
All right. And now, why did you leave your balloon unpopped for her?
She's a gorgeous woman, I like her style and the fact that she said she made the dress herself, well put together. And, obviously she's in real estate, looks like a woman that, has something going on for herself and, probably knows what she wants. But hey, she made the choice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go
He
back
was a
over to the
gentleman
first
about
guy
it.
that you ended up popping.
He was player about
We'll
it.
come back for you. Don't worry. All right. So why did we end up popping his balloon?
Just the attraction level again. That's
okay.
it. Nothing personal. I don't know. But maybe if we had a conversation, it could have been different. But just off of the attraction level so far for me. That's about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And now, why did you have your balloon? I'm sorry. Could we have your name and how old you are?
I honestly don't know why. I just left it open.
Okay.
Cool.
Driver fourth.
All right, let's see what's going on.
All right, sir. If we can have your name and how old you are.
My name is Joseph Smith. I'm 37.
And Joseph, what do you do?
I'm an Uber and Lyft driver full time.
Okay. All right. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
That's interesting, man. This dude said he's a full-time Lyft driver. Hey, man, I respect people just like owning what they do and not having to, having to like project this idea like they're doing more. So you got to respect it. That's obviously gonna, turn some women off, but I think, I give him some kudos for owning what he does.
I don't know. It's the knee, the right knee. It got something going on. I don't know what it is. I got eczema. And I use coconut oil. Yeah, zoom in on that.
Please.
And I just don't know why it's like that. So I seen it and I was like, she not gonna take my coconut oil regimen seriously.
Okay.
Everything else looked moisturized, but I seen that and that was kind of a red flag.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only thing.
Just the knee.
Just the knee. Right one.
Dang. You just did me.
You know what? I mean, I appreciate that, man, because I think, we got to be, the criticalness has to go both ways. I think that's really shallow. I think that's a small thing. But at the same time, though, that there right there, he's kind of showing some abundance. You know what I mean? Like, number one, he's real about what he does. He doesn't seem to have much shame in that. Some women will play him for that. And then also, he's really observing her. If she's going to be observing him, I guarantee you, if she don't like something, she's going to let it be known and take him out the picture. So he's just keeping it a buck. This aligns with the principle that I talk about. And I don't want to give away too much for my Pyramidian membership. I just dropped the first video this week in there, and it touches on something that this guy is implementing. Same thing in the 5D dating course called Base that's on the website 5dtransformations.com. We touch on something that he is doing that is very powerful. And I'm not going to speak exactly on what that is, but what I will say is he's speaking his truth. He's saying what's coming to his head, and he's trusting that. So that's a lot of game for y'all, because a lot of the time a guy will notice that and he ain't going to say nothing, trying to be nice. And he don't realize she's judging him very, very critically, right? The funny thing about attraction too is, the things that we do to spare the other person, a lot of the time in the game of attraction just ends up working against us. You know what I mean? It ends up working against us because you're trying to spare somebody that's not going to perceive it as, oh, he's being nice. He's being friendly about my ashy knee. You know what I mean? Like, nah, that's not what's happening. Like they look at it and just, they'll think they're all that and they'll be critical. One of the most funniest things I noticed, this was years ago. I'm talking about probably almost 10 years ago, when I began to realize that dates are not where it's at. I was never really a dating type of guy like that. And I tried it for a little while in my early 20s. And I would notice that the women that I would take on dates would have this, it wouldn't go anywhere. It was like this lack of appreciation like it was just expected. And what I would notice is I would feel sometimes like I'm going out on dates with these girls, and it feel to me like they just going on, they just trying to have experiences. They probably, I had the feeling like they probably leave this date with me and go ahead and kick it with the next dude. I feel like when you're going on dates, sometimes you're setting the energy up for her to just go to her consistent guy that she gets, that takes care of her sexual needs, and you just kind of playing, entertain her, and then she goes back to the dude that's not trying to save her, and you just warming her up. That's how I felt. And I began to notice that when I didn't do dates and I just kicked it with them and just, I got better results. So I got way better results. And what that showed me is, a lot of the time trying to make things nice and special and trying to be all polite, you're getting in your own way. If you keep it a bug, if you keep it real about how you feel and you just are honest, look at the energy. She's, he has her nervous. He got her feeling like she gotta, take a deep breath, and you got to look at it now. Who's the one that looks like the catch, or who's the one that looks like they're in the position of power? He's standing straight, firm, confident, and look at her. She's flabbergasted. She looked like like a paper bag floating through the air, man. She's just all over the place. You know what I mean? So, bro got some game.
I mean, everything else is good. You're beautiful, but that right there, to me, I gotta be moisturized.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I actually fell.
You fell?
I fell.
And I was thinking of something like that. I
fell in this healing process.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
you gotta take care of it. You gotta take care of it.
Yeah, it's healing. So
All right, now Corey, is he your type?
Say the truth. Don't look at me.
I'm just looking at you so I can analyze you.
Okay.
So I can.
Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, honestly, man, this is a good video that my boy sent me. I don't, my boy that sent me this video, he's deep in the game. I'll have him on the podcast, or not the podcast. I'll have him on here. But, I'm interested to hear what he observed from this. This is obviously a long video, so I can't watch the whole thing right now. But we just going to chop up, like I said, just a little bit right now. But this guy right here, from one 1G 1P to another, you know what I mean, this is he implementing some good stuff, you know what I mean, he confident, he's speaking his truth. This is what attracts a woman, you know what I mean. We talking about communication and energy. He's not gonna attract every woman, that his approach is a little bit rough. I don't really know this dude. I don't know where he's about to take it, but he's firm, he's speaking his truth, and he has her on her toes, you know what I mean. When you got a beautiful woman on her toes, I mean, that's one of the best places you can have her. You know what I mean? She's a little flustered. She's having to explain herself. She's like, oh, I fell, she's observing him. He's like, hey, what's up? Like, make a decision. Like, hey, what's up? Like, like I got, what I mean? Like, I got things to do. Like, hey, what's up? If this ain't it, let's keep it pushing. Like, this energy right here represents abundance. So I like that you can see, and it's going to be interesting to see what the other guys do after him, because to be honest, me understanding attraction, I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't even watch this. She's attracted to him based on his communication and his style. Most women, when he brought up the Uber Lyft thing, some people could have been like, oh, you know what I mean, because a lot of these girls are picky, but because of how he's carrying himself, it's like that's not even clicking in her mind. She might bring it up, I don't know, but right now, he got her in a good position. You could tell that if they went out on a date, he would have her in the right mode to be attracted to him. Okay, because attraction isn't a choice. All right, so let's see what happens.
You say you were 37?
37.
Just based off of the age, no. It's a little too old for me.
I feel it, damn.
Ooh.
Okay, so just his age.
Damn, y'all 37, y'all 40?
Okay, let's go on over to our next balloon. If we can have your name and how old you are.
My name is Josh. I'm 37.
Okay, Josh, and what do you do?
I trade stocks and I receive a military pension.
All right, okay. And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
37. So she said right there, like, what I'm doing now.
Okay. And now, apart from her saying, 37 is a little too old for her, is she someone that's your type?
I mean, yes, but like the knee thing, like he pointed out, I was like, he's because I saw the same thing, but I didn't want to. I wanted to see what she was about.
Okay.
I think we're kind of like minded, but I'm 30.
I mean, ladies, this is cool. Like I think this is good. That's why I think it's important for women to watch. For women to watch this type of stuff because it could be triggering, but too bad. Get that thick skin and understand that. Look, man. A lot of women want a guy that's considered quote unquote high value. That's kind of died down a bit. Now it's more so just women are looking for a man that is that got things going on. Men that meet a certain criteria. I think it's important to understand that those men are gonna. It gets pickier and pickier. Like the more pickier you get, understand it goes both ways. That which you seek is seeking you. A lot of the time out there in the dating world, what's so cool about it is you'll end up meeting your reflection and you'll end up meeting the ones that aren't your reflection, right? Like if you are shallow about certain things, you're gonna run across somebody that's shallow about certain things too, right? And you might be somebody's kryptonite, and then somebody's gonna be your kryptonite, right? That's one thing I love about the game. It's like everybody has their match. You know what I mean? It's like, this girl can be the hottest girl in her little community. Go ahead and send her out there to LA or Miami, and she gonna get a reality check real quick, right? It's like, and then she might be going after an athlete or this person, and he got an abundance frame. So in this case, she's a beautiful girl. She let a couple guys go that was sold on her. The guys that she let go probably would have been ready for her. But then the guys that popped the balloon on her, look, they critical as well. They being picky over her knee. And hey, that's a real thing, right? I mean, men are very visual. They're observing things. So, there's nothing to be mad about it. This is what compatibility is about. It's a game of, figuring out who's the one for you. And I always look at it like this, yeah, these two, you get eliminated in these type of games, but each person that's getting eliminated is bringing you closer to the person that's for you. And that's kind of what dating is about. It's like, each person that you meet, you're learning more. You're learning about what works for you, what doesn't, and it's bringing you closer to the next person. But hey, you end up being too picky. This is something I was talking to, my girl today about, you know what I mean? And, it's cool kicking it with her and her friends because she got her girl homies and they got their own stuff going on. And I be talking to them. Like yesterday, I was talking to her and her friend, and I was able to ask her friend some dope questions just to get their perspective. And the reality is, like you can be so picky, you end up being single forever because every little thing you moving on to the next, moving on to the next. So I just want to throw in there, it's about compromise, like I could easily say on the guy's side, if you gonna have, if someone got a whatever messed up knee, if that's gonna stop you, then there's gonna be some girl you meet who has really good knees, and there's gonna be something else that might bother you. You know what I mean? Nobody got the 100%. I think if you're out there looking for somebody that's the perfect person, you're gonna have a hard time. What you're looking for is somebody that's perfect for you, which means that you all have great compatibility and she looks good enough for you. She has the qualities that match you. Yes, you all are it's not going to be everything, but it's enough. And the bond that you all share, especially from a friendship level, is so strong that it makes everything worth it. So we're going to watch this a little bit longer. This is going to be part one. Let's check out what's going on.
37, 25, but she's beautiful though. She is beautiful.
Thank you.
Definitely my type.
Thank you.
All right, and now Corey, is he your type?
Once again, based off the age, 37. I was 25. That's a little too old for me.
Okay.
Understandable. So
Yeah.
So I'm guessing.
25
All right, let's go back. We had one over
sure.
here. Right here. Okay, if we can have your name and how old you are.
My name is Eric. I am 38.
God,
Eric, and what do you do?
I train animals.
I don't mean to say god dang like these dudes is old. I'm just saying, man, like, yo, black don't crack, man. Shout out the brothers, man. Like I thought this cat was gonna be like 20. I thought this cat was like 20 mid to late. I was like, bet this is a young dude. Maybe, maybe he'll have a different reason. This dude's 38. I mean, so for you guys out there, man, the young guys, y'all should be excited, man, because obviously, as you see, you're gonna be looking good in your years. Another thing is look at her face, man. She looked like she's thinking, man. This game is crazy. Like I don't even know. People are so ridiculous, man, that they play this type of stuff. Like, you putting yourself out there to be criticized. Almost like the Tom Brady roast the other day. And Tom Brady got roasted, and it ended up affecting his family life a little bit. His wife got roasted, and his kids was disappointed about it. But hey, man, you put yourself on a roast, you put yourself on this type of platform, man. You don't be surprised when you get roasted. But I just wanted to point out her face because she's starting to think, man. I think this is a sweet girl for the most part. I don't know her, but she has a really nice energy. To the ladies out there, a woman like her, she's giving off a good energy. Her biggest obstacle is going to be her being able to go after a man that isn't the one that she's going to be trying to chase. She's going to have to find a guy that's good for her. I'm not telling her to settle down, but I'm saying, if she plays this game trying to get with Mr. Hotshot, she's going to deal with these critical guys that are going to have her looking like this, like staring into space, thinking to herself, wondering, you know what I mean? But if she deals with men that, embrace her, then she's going to win. And I think that's one of the biggest issues with the ladies that I work with, and I know the fellas know, like, women become a slave to their own standards a lot of the time. And a lot of the time, the guys that trigger her attraction aren't the ones that's best for her long term. But with most of the women that I've worked with on a coaching level, it doesn't matter if the guy is, the right one or not. Women tend to move toward the men that attract them, and men do it as well. So we got to have that discipline. You want to find a balance between the one that you're really attracted to and the one that's giving you the respect and the love and appreciation and admiration you desire. You need a nice balance. I'm not telling you to get with somebody you're totally not attracted to because they're nice, but you got to find a medium because, there's so many beautiful women out here with sweet personalities that are super insecure because they keep going after the dudes that got a lot of options. And a lot of the time, the guys ain't even trying to be mean. Like, they just calling it out. Like, look, man, your knees turn me off. You know what I mean? And I don't know how she got that scar on her knees. That's concerning as well. We'll just assume she fell. I believe her. But, I'm not being facetious or anything. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you're going to have scars on your knees, we got to have scars on your knees for the right reasons. You feel what I'm saying? Right now, these dudes don't know why she got them scars on her knees. They just ain't attracted to it. I mean, come on. We're going to watch 40 more seconds, y'all. I'm just doing 10 minutes of this thing.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And now you emphasize 38, so I'm guessing that's...
Yeah, I just figured I'd save myself.
All right, who's not 38? Like, who's not 38?
Name and how old you are.
My name is Obi. I'm 30 years old.
30. Okay, and Obi, what do you do?
I am a maintenance technician.
Okay, and now she asked if you have kids. How many kids do you have?
I got 3.
3 kids.
I got 3.
Okay, all right.
Man, she thinking hard, ain't she, man? Now, I love this, man, because this is the reality of the game. You know what I mean? Like, these are 10 guys standing there. That's how the game is, right? Like, okay, you got 10 guys. We're looking at the statistics. Already 3 of the 10 are older guys. That's like, let's say you date 100 guys. That's going to be 30 dudes right there. You don't like older guys, you Xing them out. How many women say they want a guy that's a certain height that X the other 2 guys out? Well, that X this guy out. She wasn't attracted to the other dude. She X'd out, that. She didn't want the older guys. And then now look, the one dude, 30, he looked like a dude that gets some action. You know what I mean? He's well dressed, well groomed. He's looking like a guy that got something going on with his life. You know what I mean? But he got 3 kids. So what you about to see is how much is she willing to compromise, right? Like if she can't handle 3 kids from this guy, that lowers down the dating pool. So the ladies, I mean, this is kind of reflective of how the experience is for y'all. So it's kind of interesting.
We'll be back. Let's go get the other two.
Yeah, let's two more. Let's just hurry up.
All right, if we can have your name and how old you are.
Miko Patron, 37.
Okay, and Miko, what do you do?
Welding engineering.
Okay, all right. And now, how many kids do you have?
I got two little girls.
2 kids. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go to our next guy. Your name and how old you
She's
are.
not having it. You can tell.
I'm Sean. I'm 32.
Okay, and what do you do, Sean?
I'm an SDR, sales development representative, and I work for Amazon.
Okay.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids of my own. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, now Corey,
This is
are
funny, man.
children a deal breaker for you?
Yes.
I have one more
They
question.
definitely
Okay.
are. You can
How
tell.
many baby mothers do you all have? Deal breaker, baby.
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
All right. And now, why did you have your balloon unpopped for Corey?
Well, here out.
All right, thank you. And now,
Well, let's see.
So, just wanted to see, wait it out, and
you.
girl.
Is that
Click on
Yeah, one
my
baby mama.
future.
One baby mom.
Okay.
Girl.
is that
Click on that.
you want to? Okay, we'll come back.
You know,
Options are slim right
yeah,
now.
you know.
So why did we end up popping our balloon?
Just in general, just already knowing that, you know, you already don't like people with kids. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to, you know, interrupt nothing that you got going on. So
All right.
Nope. Live by myself. I was.
Live by yourself always. So you raised yourself.
Nah, I really raised myself, but since I was.
All right. He's just talking, man.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single lady.
Oh no.
Hello,
right.
welcome in.
We're gonna get around.
And
Okay, we're gonna get around to this one tomorrow. I'm gonna drop another one. We're gonna continue here because my boy sent me this. So let's just break it down, man. You know, these things is real good at seeing the game on both sides. But what we could take away, you know what I mean? Like what we could take away from this, what we could take away from this right here is like, you know, don't be a slave to your standards. Number one, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta fuck with who fuck with you. You gotta rock with who rocks with you. You know what I mean? To the degree that you create all these standards, you become trapped in a cage of your own standards. Number two, women got to understand the modern dating market. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there aren't a bunch of single 6'3", great in shape guys with no kids over that are fucking 28 years old making, you know, 150,000. Like, this is just not it. And you know, to the degree that you create this tight box of what you want, you just filtering out so many opportunities of men. And it's going to leave you with this little pool of men that a lot of the time might be really picky. I'm not trying to tell women to just give up. And you got to look at it like this, you know, if you really want that type of dude that is at a certain level, then you got to look at yourself and you got to figure out, you got to understand what game you playing. And this is why this is big. And this is the last thing I'll say. Like, you want to have these standards and you want the specific guy. Well, don't be surprised when he don't call you back. You don't know why, and it's because your feet weren't done. You know, which I think is pretty fair. Like, you know, but hey, there's so many women that watch this. It's like, oh, well, I'll wear some sandals and don't have my feet done, and it's not that big of a deal. Well, in the game of attraction, you know, and you're trying to deal with a certain caliber dude, you know, and your nails aren't done. You know, you're looking, you know, you got a scrape on your knee. You got just little normal things that human beings have. You're going to be judged not from a human level because you're going to be judged like you're supposed to be this freaking angel perfect girl because of the men that you seek. And that's the game, man. Like, so you got to look at yourself and be like, yo, what's good with that? And then for the fellas, I'm going to just tell y'all, like, there's nothing wrong with having your standards, you know what I mean? Because women have standards too. And, you know, the key thing is about honesty. I think whether you say something nice, whether you say something that doesn't come off the nicest, like how the guy told her about her knee and how it bothered him. I mean, at the end of the day, he was honest about it. And because of that, she had no choice but to respect it. So honesty is always very, very powerful. It's honestly an aphrodisiac. We're going to talk about that more. I've done a video on honesty, so check that out. That's one of the secret weapons that 90% of men fail at every day. If you just by being honest, you stand out as a man in the game. And that's why that brother on here, you got to do nothing but respect it. So that's my message, man. We're going to continue with the next lady in the next video. So look out for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. We got a lot of good game on the way. The channel, a lot of different things are under construction. So we're just going to keep rocking out, and you're going to just see the development and growth. But hey, it begins with these likes, these subscriptions. So make sure you do that. And make sure to go to 5dtransformations.com. You can join you can now purchase the course, 5D Attraction Presents Base. The course on how to get the person you desire quick, in the quickest way, the most efficient way, and how to secure the best partner for you. It's for men and women. For the fellas, it's a lot of game for the guys. And for the women, I mean, you learn stuff you'll never learn because you get to really see how the men really see the game. And you really get to learn the game like no one else will tell you. I'm not one of these guys feeding you fairy tales and trying to tell you what you want to hear. I really could care less. I got to tell you the truth, because the truth is what gave me an amazing life in this game to this day. Like every day, is magical. Like the stuff I do, I don't, like my night last night is just, was fun. My days today is fun. My days tomorrow is like I have a lifestyle. And we'll tap more into that. But this is how you build a lifestyle. It begins with quality people in your life and standing on business and knowing the game. So get that course, because that course, once you watch it, if you're not the number one dude, wherever you are, then I don't know what else to say. I mean, all the tools, all the secrets, all the gems is in there. So make sure you get that. And the price is going to go up. I mean, right now I got it for this month. So, the sooner you buy it, the better, because the price will double. It's only $50 now. It will not be that. It will not be that within the next month or so. So, all right, man. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.